Hello, wrestling fans. Brian Thompson back here with you on another exciting edition of Throwback Championship Wrestling TV. Certainly want to thank you for joining us, and of course, thank you for following Throwback Championship Wrestling. You are helping make Throwback the absolute best in pro wrestling today, and it couldn't happen without each and every one of you, the fans, watching us, supporting us, and many of you even log on to our website, throwbackchampionshipwrestling.com. If you're out there, if you haven't been able to get online and view the website, we certainly encourage you to do so. Lots of announcements coming up. A big future is ahead of us here in Throwback Championship Wrestling, and most importantly, a big future for each and every one of you, the fans, who want you certainly to know all the up-to-minute details on what's going on here in Throwback Championship Wrestling. You can do so logging on to throwbackchampionshipwrestling.com. And of course, as always, like us on Facebook. Many of you already have, and we thank you for doing so. But if you haven't, here's your opportunity right now. Take a moment, get on your cell phone or you're on your tablet or whatever you use, and like us on Facebook, Throwback Championship Wrestling. We're going to kind of pause for a minute, take a little trip back in time, and see a couple of recent matches. Rebel, an internationally traveled young lady. She's been on Impact Wrestling, very popular with many of the gentlemen out there. She is a good-looking young lady. She is in action, but hey, don't let that pretty look and pretty face fool you. She can go in the middle of that ring, and she's going to try to prove it against Bullet Babe, Amber O'Neil. We're going to take a look back. We saw this matchup here recently on Throwback Championship Wrestling. Going to rewind and look at it one more time. And also, two young athletes in the male division, David Tita and Rayo, and they certainly can bring it, and they had a tremendous matchup that we saw here recently on Throwback TV. Like I said, we're going to push that pause button a little bit, go back in time, and look at some recent action and catch some of you guys up maybe that have missed Throwback Championship Wrestling in recent weeks. So, with that said, log on to the website, throwbackchampionshipwrestling.com, and get set for some more Throwback TV because it starts right now.
The Bullet Babe, Amber O'Neil. She is a gorgeous young lady, but don't let those pretty looks fool you. She can be vicious in the middle of that ring. Main event action coming up this week on Throwback Championship Wrestling. The Bullet Babe is going to have her hands full with the young lady you will see make her way to ringside in just a matter of moments. The music is playing and we have the main event coming up. As mentioned, it's TNA Knockout Rebel as the opposition for Bullet Babe Amber O'Neil on this week's main event on Throwback Championship Wrestling. Doug Markham assigned this contest. Wait a minute, Amber O'Neil cannot believe Rebel is showing that she can do the splits too. Wait a minute! Watch out! Amber O'Neil took exception to Rebel trying to, I guess, mock O'Neil's entrance. And now we have a situation going on off camera. I can tell you this from sitting in this arena, that O'Neil is taking, now they're coming into camera view. O'Neil is just taking control of Rebel into the steel post. O'Neal posted Rebel. I don't think we've actually officially began this match. I never heard Doug Markham call for a bell. It may be elementary at this point, because we have two ladies that are having one heck of a fight. Well, maybe it is official. Heck, I don't know. Main event action. The Bullet Babe, Amber O'Neal, affiliated with the Bullet Club. Now, there we go. Now it's official. I was correct. I didn't think my hearing was getting that bad this quickly. I'm still relatively young. We'll just say that much. Bullet Babe Amber O'Neal attacked Rebel as Rebel was trying to enter the ring, and that has given O'Neal an early advantage. Maybe hard for Rebel to combat this. Oh, but never count Rebel out. Look at that. Sunset flip over. 1, 2. Clothesline by Rebel. Yeah, there's a reason you've seen Rebel on national television with Impact Wrestling. A TNA knockout as mentioned. These ladies, they can't seem to keep it in the ring. Rebel getting somewhat of her second win is going to try to get some revenge on Amber O'Neal for what O'Neal did to her on the floor, and you can kind of see in the left-hand corner of your screen Rebel doing the damage, a little bit as mentioned of a receipt, a little payback to the Bullet Babe. A open hand chop. You can hear that. Whether you saw it or not, you heard it. We're bringing you the absolute finest in our sport. Whether it's male or female, you're seeing two of the great young ladies that are applying their craft at this point in time. Amber O'Neal with a choke, referee Doug Markham admonishing her there. Saying, come on, I can't tell. Looks like she might even be biting Rebel. Right the eyes. I told you. I said, look, when she came out, if you hadn't seen her before, the Bullet Babe, she is gorgeous, a good-looking lady. But that doesn't mean she doesn't mind breaking rules, and she is proving that. She attacked her opponent. She threw her into steel post. She's choking her now. Amber O'Neal wants to be victorious by any means necessary. Look at this. Extending that long leg. Using it as a weapon of force into the throat of Rebel. Introduces Rebel into the top turnbuckle. ThrowbackChampionshipWrestling.com. Keep up to date with us. Find out more details on some of the huge announcements I have mentioned. Can't tell them to you. I want to so bad, I promise you. The Bullet Babe continues to choke. Again, there's another one. Doug Markham's going to have to use some discretion here. This is getting a little out of hand. I mean, come on. You got to a count of 5, but you cannot just repeatedly choke. Eventually, a referee's going to have to step in and do something about it. Fortunately, Rebel able to combat it there a little bit. Oh, a kick to the midsection. Rebel thinking something, maybe powerbomb here. She can get the Bullet Babe up. Oh, a thumber, a rake of the eyes. Oh, and a low blow. Well, I know certainly when a gentleman is hit with a low blow, it's a feeling you don't want to feel. I would imagine for the ladies, it kind of works the same to some degree. And now just fist from the Bullet Babe. She is vicious. Good to look at, but very, very vicious. She can take half the men I know. In a fight. I'm not talking about out to dinner. I'm talking about in a fight. She is mean, and she is bad, and she is here competing in Throwback Championship Wrestling, the place everybody wants to be. When you talk about the finest competition, word gets out in the wrestling business. Hey, where's a place where I can test my skills to the maximum of my talents? And one of the names that comes up almost every time in that conversation is Throwback Championship Wrestling. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing on this week's television broadcast. Brian Thompson here at ringside, proud to be with you. However you're watching us, thank you. It's your hard-earned money that keep us going. They allow us to bring you the competition, the level of competition you're seeing. Irish whip, no reversal. Bullet Babe, Amber O'Neal coming at Rebel. Rebel connects, though, with the back elbow. Oh, and both ladies had the same thing in mind, clothesline. It's been a little bit back and forth. We went to the floor. But now it could be the first lady to get to her respective feet that has the added edge that's going to be necessary to be victorious in this main event contest on this week's Throwback Championship Wrestling TV. Count of 6 now by referee Doug Markham. We're up to 7, 10, and then it's over. But both ladies now are back to a vertical base. Forearm by Rebel. Retaliation by the Bullet Babe. And these two young ladies are just trying to rearrange their gorgeous faces. And now one-handed choker. We got somebody going for a choke slam or something? Look at this. This is Split City. My gosh. Talk about flexibility from both these young ladies. And now from a split position, they're having a fisticuff, a forearm, and a punch, teeing off on each other. Rebel gets the final shot in. Rebel is seen on Impact Wrestling. Axe handle there again. She is connecting on the Bullet Babe. Amber O'Neal spinning heel kick from Rebel. Oh, leg drop, mistimed it. Split leg drop there, did not connect. Now Rebel's going to have to recalibrate, but she tastes a super kick from the Bullet Babe. Cover. No! You know, the Bullet Club historically have used a super kick to success. Of course, the Young Bucks, their super kick parties, and Amber O'Neal has certainly learned from that association, delivered one. I thought it might have knocked Rebel out, but it was not to be. Rebel, double tough too, look at this. Scoop and slam. There's the drop of the leg. And a victory for Rebel. What a victory for the TNA Knockout from Impact Wrestling Rebel, and a big part of Throwback Championship Wrestling. What a week it's been. That young lady victorious, blowing kisses to all her fans. And hey, I think she blew one my way. Hey, a guy can dream.
This is the world's most beautiful professional wrestler, Paradise, and you're watching Throwback Championship Wrestling.
International soccer superstar turned professional wrestler, this is Ryo!
Ryo here in Throwback Championship Wrestling, an exciting young man. Brian Thompson ringside here with you. Should be another exciting edition of Throwback TV. We're about to see two of the great young lions in our sport do battle to kick things off on this week's broadcast, which also will feature a huge main event, which we shall talk about momentarily as you see Ryo, whatever you want to call him. Call him a successful young athlete, bottom line. Ryo has some tough competition, and we're about to hear the formal introduction of his opponent this week on Throwback Championship Wrestling TV. You're seeing the finest young superstars in our sport today. Of course, we're also very proud to be a part of the Allied Independent Wrestling Federations. Let's hear this introduction.
And his opponent tonight, here's David Tita!
There he is, David Tita, a popular young man, greeting all the great fans here in this arena. David Tita, Ryo one-on-one to start things out this week on Throwback Championship Wrestling TV. Referee for the contest, Mr. Doug Markham. I think he's going to have his hands full. You got two hungry young athletes willing to put it all on the line, wanting to climb that ladder of success. We talked about it seconds ago. Throwback Championship Wrestling, a proud member of the Allied Independent Wrestling Federations organization, the Alliance, and many independent wrestling promotions around the entire country, around the world for that matter. You know, both of these two men have to be thinking about the opportunities here in Throwback Championship Wrestling, but also the opportunities to compete for those Allied Independent Wrestling Federation World Championships that are available. So a lot at stake. It's not, you got to think about the competition at this level is all about climbing that ladder, becoming successful. And to a person, they will tell you how valuable competing in Throwback Championship Wrestling is for their career, because you're facing the finest competition you're going to find anywhere in the country. It means something to be successful in Throwback Championship Wrestling. This is not some fly-by-night little wrestling company somewhere. This is the big time right here, folks, Throwback Championship Wrestling. And we are growing by leaps and bounds. As I mentioned on last week's broadcast, a lot of announcements forthcoming, including the fact that right now, many of you are watching us via LightTube Channel 23. So if you're on the LightTube system, thank you for joining us, tuning in, and we hope you join us each and every week for Throwback Championship Wrestling. You're going to see action like you're seeing right now, Fast and Furious. We have some of the greatest young superstars competing in the sport of pro wrestling right now, looking to make that name for themselves. Plus, on a regular basis, you will see legends from time to time, individuals that have been to the dance and then some. They are all here in Throwback Championship Wrestling, and David Tita is trying to cement his own personal legend. Those are some nice feats of fury, but look at Ryo showing that he can do the exact same thing. What's Ryo? What is that? Ryo's weapon here. Wait a minute. This is no good whatsoever for David Tita. Thank goodness Doug Markham jumped right in there. David Tita would never be able to have children. Well, he can't physically have children, but you know what I mean. He would not be able to be a parent had that situation broken down, and he's already feeling some pain too as a result of the situation that happened afterward. Would have been worse had the other occurred. This has given Ryo the advantage now, and Ryo drives into the upper back area. Gonna try for a cover. Unsuccessfully right there. Questioning the count of referee Doug Markham, who always does a tremendous job. Calls it right down the middle. I have no doubt in my mind the cadence of his count is fair on both sides, as David Tita now starts to mount some momentum, but was stopped. Beautiful drop kick by Ryo, who goes for a cover. Once again, 2 count only. Main event on this week's broadcast. Man, I can't wait. What you need to do is you need to get on your phone. You need to use it. If you use it like an old school phone and actually talk on it to a human being, that's one way to do it. Or Facebook, private message your friend, Twitter, whatever you got to do. Let them know Chase Owens of the Bullet Club is on this week's television broadcast against a young man who may be the hottest young talent in our sport today, Ring of Honor's Dalton Castle. It's only here on Throwback Championship Wrestling. Stay tuned for it. Main event a little bit later on in this broadcast. David Tita needed some kind of high-impact maneuver to get back in this contest. Looks like he delivered it there now. Nice. Suplex floats over into a cover. 1, 2. And Tita did not hook a leg, not thinking there, looking for a quick win. You're not going to be a young talent like Ryo without grapevine in the leg. Look at that. Ryo is showing exactly what I'm talking about. Ryo hooked a leg. He still couldn't get him here, and still seems to have problems with the cadence of the count from referee Doug Markham. Ryo thinking something dangerous here, maybe a superplex or something of high intensity off the top rope. All the way to the top floor. It is going to be a superplex. No, it's not. If David Tita has anything to say about it, tosses Ryo to the canvas. And now the big man was going to fly. He did, but nobody home. Spin kick right there by Ryo. Now turns it into a tornado DDT. That may be it. Markham going to get there. 1, 2. And still a 2 count. David Tita showing his determination, his aggression, wanting to compete with the big top dogs here in Throwback Championship Wrestling and as part of the Allied Independent Wrestling Federations. He's not going down without the biggest and baddest of fights. Irish whip now. Look at this though. Up and over. David Tita, clothesline! Connects! Second time! Tita maybe getting that second win. And a big clothesline coming off the ropes. That's about 3 clotheslines in a row. Kip up. This young man's on fire. He's ready to deliver for his fans. Here comes Tita, and he misses. Tita missed, double underhook suplex. Delivered by Ryo, cover. 2 again, Ryo has to be questioning himself right now, wondering just what it is going to take to be victorious, what it's going to take to put David Tita away. Ryo going to try to go up maybe now, thinking something. He better hurry up. Don't take too much time. That could be a mistake. Ryo all the way up, top floor. Young man's going to fly. Oh, and it was a mistake. Then too much time. Oh, he had paid for it. He caught him. He was nailed. 1, 2, 3. David Tita is victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, David Tita!
Tremendous young athletes right there, but David Tita, a mistake. Ryo took too much time in the corner, and he paid for it this week on Throwback Championship Wrestling TV.